Good morning. Yeah, we're back to a brand new week. Today is it's the 30th. It's the 30th of March. Yeah, it's just a new week of which we yet to look at how the markets are likely to play out. So remember this week we're having some fundamentals. We're having one of the biggest news. Yeah, this NFA. So as we proceed to the calendar, we're just gonna highlight out some few fundamentals that we'll be having this week. So on Monday, today we're just having a monetary speech uh, from the Fed Chair Powell. Tomorrow we don't have much. Tomorrow we have job openings. On Wednesday we have ADP non-farm employment change, and Thursday we will be having unemployment claims. Then ultimately on Friday, that's one of the biggest news, the non-farm employment change uh, and employment rate. So this is what we're gonna be having, yeah, on Friday. Yes. So going back to the charts, we're just gonna look at our technicals, how the dollar actually is likely to perform this very week. Yes, going talking about the global war which is happening between Israel, US against one country which is Iran. We noted that they're having some talks. Talks are underway, and we're hoping for the escalation to stabilize maybe soon. Yeah. So going to the dollar DXY, let's start off with the DXY. We saw in DXY clearly have, we saw an internal break of structure, as we could say. Yeah, DXY gave us an internal break of structure. Yeah, literally, we still actually within this bearish trading range for now, since we actually didn't manage actually to do what? To break above. Had we broken above here, we would have had a choke. But this internal break of structure still uh, tells gives us a bigger picture on how the market is likely to perform. This break of structure is bullish, as you see, even if it's an internal break of structure. But I would ideally would wish if the dollar would have closed with what? A candle above this buy side liquidity instead of a sweep. It would have given me a high rate what likeliness of the market to continue upwards. Yeah, the market actually, we're seeing it is likely to happen it's likely to go upwards. Having in mind that we have an internal break of structure, and this is still our external range liquidity, which is internal, of which I'm expecting a pullback. Yeah, currently we are on a pullback. To see that we take out this inducement first, then we mitigate our discount area of demand to say that we continue buying off the dollar. So this is what I'm expecting on the DXY. We still now, today, tomorrow, we are on a pullback phase. Pullback phase, we just trying to do what? To take out all this internal range in engineered liquidity in form of inducement so that we can reprice, actually also fill some imbalances. You can see some imbalances on lower time frame like H1. We literally have a few imbalances. No, we don't, unless, yeah, we have a few imbalances on 15 minutes. Yeah, we have a few imbalances on 15 minutes. The market is just imbalances which we have on 15 minutes basically. Just so few prices efficient enough. Yeah, we're just taking out liquidity. In actual sense, we're just taking out liquidity to see that after taking out all this liquidity, price can realign bullish and continues to buy. So tomorrow we still looking for a pullback. Yes. So when we come to GBP USD, yeah, it's a clear setup. Just as you see, we had now an internal break of structure. This was a previous swing low of which now we managed actually to take out. So this becomes my chalk area. This is a chalk, and after chalk, which means this external range liquidity was taken. So what we're having in mind, after price has taken out this external range, we expect price now to come and fast clear out this inducement. So we're having some inducement to take out, then ultimately we'll be looking for taking out this liquidity. Yes. Then we have our POI. So I'm hoping to see price actually pulling back towards this area of premium to see that I can start selling off the GBP USD. This is how I look at the market. This is what I'm expecting. So we're completely bearish because we're still within this bearish leg, within this lower high and lower low. This is a break of still. We're still within this bearish leg. So price actually reacted within this fair value area of which we had an internal sweep. That's why we reversed and took out this opposing swing point. So since we're having an internal choke, yes, we're expecting for price to pull back towards the areas of premium to say that we can now start selling off. On 1 hour, I just have my area of supply of which I'm hoping to take sales from if price agrees. But first of all, I'm hoping to take out this inducement, then this ultimate liquidity above. Then I would love to see price now tapping this area of supply to say that I can start selling it after confirmations on lower time frame. So when we look at AUD, it's another pair actually I'm adding. AUD, I'm just gonna look at briefly AUD and NZD USD. We literally bearish, as you could see. We currently have a break of structure. Now what we're waiting for this level of inducement to be taken out. After the inducement gets taken out, we have our POI of which where we're hoping to see price selling off from. So this is what I have on AUD USD, and NZD USD is the same setup that I'm having. So these are the setups actually I'm waiting for, yes, to mature, and they will literally mature because they're looking so good. NZD, AUD USD, they are literally bearish and they have clear setups, just as you've seen. Yes. So since DXY, we are on a pullback, and up a downward pullback towards the discounted areas so that we can start buying maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, which seems now to be positive for us to wait for buys. So literally, so let's just wait for these setups to come to our areas, our POIs where we're hoping to take trades. So I'll be patiently waiting for the DXY as it pulls back towards areas of what? Towards areas of demand to see that I can buy it off. And also I'll be waiting for Euro USD, GBP USD to pull up to our areas of supply to see that I can start selling them. So this is what I had for Monday. Yeah, we just have to patiently wait for the market to come back to our areas where we're hoping now to strike. Otherwise, have a peaceful day. Goodbye.